What's up? I'm live, and today has been a day, and it might be the final day. Oh, that's cool. It might be the final day of the tipathon at this rate. You can see that timer. It's only got about 3 hours left on it, and well, I'm not gonna just leave 10 minutes on the timer or so at the end of the night. So unless that goes up a fair bit, that's gonna be it. And I really don't want to have that happen. So hopefully someone out there is willing to help out. Okay, my iPad is now working. I have been fucking up my wireless, I guess. Yeah, phone, you can just go without wireless for the moment, as long as the iPad is working. So I can have my delayed preview. Yeah, today was a day. Because today we got an internet upgrade. I'm gonna move the microphone closer to me. That's what that noise was. We got a small internet upgrade. The speeds only went up about 10 times what they previously were. Yeah, we got gigabit now. So that's cool. Pain in the ass. Like I said, my wireless, despite having a better box now, a better modem, in theory that should be sufficient, but in reality it's still not getting good enough speeds up to my room. And yeah, so I still need an access point in my room, and I've been trying to get things set up because I was getting blocked at not blocked, but restricted to 250 megabit, which is not what I should be not what I should be getting. It should be up to 800 something. And long story short, I seem to have messed things up, and I ran out of time. So things are working. Things are absolutely working, and I've got ample bandwidth now for streaming, which is, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter for streaming. I only use 6 megabit roughly. It's the recordings. Can't wait to see how fast they upload now. But yeah, no. Shall we get started with tonight? I think we shall. I'm going to launch Satisfactory, and well, I'm also going to do that. And I'm going to pin that message. The game is launching. Yeah, there we go. Game is going, and let's continue. I knew this wasn't the case, but a thought occurred to me, if it was something connection related, internet connection related, for the why OBS was lagging, that'd be nice if that was fixed now. It wasn't, of course. Wasn't at all. Please tell me this isn't going to be another 59 FPS night. Hey, Aries. Oh, look at you with that founder badge. Ain't that fancy? Right, you did. Hey. Yeah, you were one of the ones that got a gift sub from Geeson the other day. Joy. OBS doesn't seem to be too happy, but it's not jumping up drastically either. Yep, your founder badge came back. And it's never going away, so long as Twitch doesn't change anything. Screw you too, doggo. So you might have noticed, when loading the game, there was no offline save because I didn't do anything off stream. You have to remember most of my day was spent dealing with the wireless upgrade. Well, the internet upgrade, I should say. Not strictly wireless. Right, yeah. I have the ability to remove people from the founders list. So don't fuck up, Ares. I have zero interest in removing people. It's only if they're deserving of being removed that they would be. So yeah, nothing changed here. So there's no actual risk to anybody to lose their founder badges should they have them. So noisy, those things. And we're back over here. Yay, cheaper portals, because I don't have that milestone unlocked yet. Yeah, that is true. You do have the idiot roll in that Discord, don't you? It's very effective sliding against a belt. Where were we at over here? That's a 2-meter slope. That's never going to do that. I think we got all of this plumbed up. This is petroleum coke, which is what that belt was. And then this is rubber over here. I think this wireless pole here is what's allowing me to fly. No, it was this one. Yeah, it is all the youngins. Damn mutes. It's not like anything really goes on in that server anymore. Not my Discord server, of course. Yeah. Ares, I feel your pain. I'm already there. I still no changes there, which is good. Couldn't be anything other than these machines just being added to the max consumption. Which, yep, small jump up. Only 30 megawatts each, not too terrible. That rubber is going somewhere. Does this need water? Yes. Is it plumbed up? Yes. Yep. This isn't going anywhere, though. The fuel. Things are a bit of a mess. Because, like, I want to go and finish some stuff over there, but I want to finish stuff here, but some of the stuff requires stuff from over there, and then this stuff needs to go over... It's just all a mess. And then there's this nitrogen that I'm not even using. It's not hooked up to power, so there's none in the tube, but it is there. This is just a temporary setup to let me fly around. I think I ended the stream, though, doing this. The alumina scrap. Which... all needs to go to 32 and a bit smelters. Yeah, the hover pack is working off of the power connections, which are sporadic. I want this to be disconnected from the rest of the grid via a priority power switch, but I haven't finished building the factory, so it's not hooked up yet completely, and so nothing is doing that. These are the Mark 6 belts, which are expensive, but they go really fast. Bonk. Yeah, the Mark 6 belts, they go up to 1,200 items per second, and they're like a force field or something, thus their appearance. The 2D plane... yeah. Oi. Nope, can't run against it. It is too fast. Even Mark 5s you can somewhat run against. That... yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. If I run on the edge, you can still run against a Mark 5 belt, but not a Mark 6 belt, apparently. Oh, this feels so slow compared to the Mark 6. Whee! Just got access to bauxite. Yeah, that's very much a phase 5 thing. So, you're a little ways off of that. That's the alumina solution. What was coming out of here? Silica. The silica is going to circuit boards, which I could be making now. Except the problem is the copper sheets for them are all the way over there. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that needs to cross between these two areas, and it's not ready to do that yet. Oh, right. I had realized that this was gonna be a pain in the ass. Underclocked. Let me go from this end so I can at least see where I'm lining it up there. Did I really place it? I'm just... there. Yep, that's exactly how I wanted that to be placed. Hello, belts. I'd really do these before the belts. You know, like I said, I should really do this before the belts. Very finicky, this. That, and I think this needs to thus be a pipeline Mark II, although what I'll actually do is not use that damn thing. Put that there, and drift too far so that that happens. Put that there. That's gonna be a Mark II, though. Yeah, that wouldn't. Do that. Because unfortunately, all these combined produce more water than I can actually deal with. So. And rather than try and deal with making it work with other things, you know what? Honestly, just sink it and I'll extract water for the other stuff instead. It's just easier that way. Also, totally necessary dip just to go back up. And I just looked and, yep, we are just under 3 hours left on the timer. Again, if that timer hits 0 tonight, that's the end of the tipathon. That's literally just it. It's over. No more tipathon. And that will make me very sad. If you're in Discord, I did say something about it earlier. If you're not in the Discord server, well, I guess that's your loss. There's a little bit of clipping with the wires, but give me a break with that, you know? It's close enough. As long as it's not clipping through the belt. There. That's that. Upgrade that, and then I think the pumps were over there. Did they get hooked into this? Yeah, they did. The annoying pipe setup of 300, 300, 200, but that's too much for one pipe, so half of it hopefully goes this way, the other half goes that way, and it'll fill in from both sides. And then the other one just has a couple of humps, because why not? It is Wednesday, after all. I really want to bring this stuff online. I should just hook it up to power. Yep, that's what I wanted to do. That's slightly higher. Of course. Well, that's honestly fine. I wonder, can I... No. No. Aries, that's a mod. What's also a mod is the fact that I can do this with my scroll wheel. And it varies depending on the direction I'm facing. That's infinite zoop. It'd be nice if that was vanilla, but it's not. I have no idea how I want this all to be, so... I'm just gonna do this. And then bring this over here. And that can get processing. And I guess that can get processing. I think that should be all of this now. Except for you. Yep, and there's the rest of the aluminum. There's also this power right here, which is geothermal gens. Yeah, it's not hooked up to anything. It's just, Okay, there it goes. Yeah, see, it's geothermal gens. It goes up and down. Down, and then up, and it maxes out again, and then it'll go back down eventually. Well, that's nice. Get you harvesting. You connected in. Now, how much of this is connected up? That's all connected, that's all connected. The water pumps here are not connected. That's going to be problematic. I mean, it does go through the bottom. It's out of sight, so it doesn't matter. The blenders are hooked up to that as well, so it's just you guys that are not hooked up. Oh, right. Small problem, because the instant that I raise that, it's going to potentially get a bit clippy. Although... not even using it for the connections, I'm just using it to get the cables out of the way. Perfect. So now that that's done, I can actually come through and remove all of this nonsense. Petroleum coke is building up and making its way over here. It'll take a little while before it saturates. Looks like the aluminum is, or the bauxite rather, is making its way here. And this is waiting on petroleum coke, which is why that's backing up. What are you backing up for? Same reason, but also silica's gonna back up sooner than not. Okay, I don't think I have anything for... Trying to figure out where those were left over. I don't think I have any blueprints for smelters. Unfortunate if so. I can create one, obviously. There, I think that's all of that. Do I have any? Nope. You would... you wouldn't, right? You're being really annoying about the snapping. If I just made them a little bit closer, maybe, but can't get a full 7. Unfortunate. Oh well. Can at least do 4. I don't really want to do that, though. That's 60 in. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine. I can't do it all on one belt. So if I do 2 groups of 8x2, it would be sufficient. Do I put it on 2 different floors? That's a possibility. Honestly, put these in now. Okay. Not glowing. Good. Yeah, the mergers are relatively trivial to set down, so I think that's good enough. Input only. Something like that. Good enough, right? Wait, so those two aluminum products are right there, but then the aluminum ingots are down here. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to do something with that. Clear it. Please. I might move this over there. That out of the way. This way. Pump it out a little bit. Hey, Geeson. So I'd like to go further than that, but the problem is these are taking 60 per minute. If I do any more, I exceed the maximum belt speed. Honestly, why go vertical? I can, but I don't need to. If I just space it out a little bit to give room for the belt to slope down, then what's it matter? Right? 120, 240, 360, 480, 600, 720, Mark 6. $240, 360, 480, and then it's Mark 5 to the Mark 6 belt. And the good thing about this is that I can easily manage this. Yeah, that's 900 per minute. That's about as fast as my internet speed. I can't believe I can say that. Oh man, I can't believe I can say that. I've known, what was it, since last week, like mid-late last week, that we were going to be getting a visit from someone at the ISP to be getting an upgrade. But at no point, despite kind of asking, At no point was I actually told what our new speeds would be after the upgrade. And so I was figuring, you know, if we get 200 down, or maybe even up to like 400, it'll be good. I wonder, can I actually just... Totally could, I don't even need that block. And then, yeah, lo and behold... So, I had to actually figure this out by testing, but the problem is, so much of our network was compromised because of how things were configured that we were basically limited to 100 megabit. And, that's not ideal, so most of today was spent for me just unfucking the network. Which was fun. And so initially I tested on my phone with the new Wi-Fi network, and oh yeah, 400 some megabit per second, not bad. That's a substantial increase. Not bad at all. So yeah, it took a while to get this sorted out, but I ended up running a cable up the stairs to my room because old setup had power line adapters in place, which were very much a bottleneck, it turns out. And after doing that and hooking it up, I did a speed test up here, and immediately 800 plus megabit per second. Oh shit, we do have gigabit. So yeah, none of us were expecting that, to truly have that, because apparently nobody read the fine print in the emails or whatever in the ISP, but yeah, we do have gigabit now, which is awesome. It doesn't affect the stream at all. If there's ever a game update that I need to do immediately after starting the stream because, oh, I didn't realize that's a thing, then yeah, that... Oh, hold on, let me fix that. Let me fix that real quick, because that just occurred to me. Hey, Steam, you want to not throttle me to 55 megabit per second anymore? Kilobit per second. What do I want to do? Like, how about 750,000? That? Yeah, 750,000 kilobits. Excellent. $150 meg to 1.5 gig. Lucky bastard. No, I mean, I'm really happy to have gigabit now. It's honestly, it's such a good feeling. Like, it's not necessarily instantaneous everywhere, but actually being able to load up a web page, and once it resolves the address and everything, just boom, done. It's just there. Nothing loads that fast on like 70 megabit per second internet. Gigabit? Yep, we're good. .5 symmetrical? Ah, nice. Yeah, that's, I guess, another good thing. We're only gigabit, but it is symmetrical, so I at least have that going for me. Like I said, I'm very happy with the situation. Okay, so that's enough for a Mark 6 belt to handle all of it. Can I craft heat-fused frames yet? No, I need nitric acid. To make nitric acid, I need fuel and... I need plates. But yeah, like I said right at the start, I'm actually looking forward to uploading this VOD tonight. Which will hopefully not be the last VOD of the Tipathon. Yes, I have to keep mentioning it. It would be wrong if I didn't, because the timer is slowly but surely whittling down. But again, if you're a member of the Discord server, you might have a key piece of info that you might want to keep in mind. But Yeah. I'm trying to figure out all the things I can do now, and uploading the VOD is going to be much faster. Up to 10 times faster, in theory. Okay, so what? Where is packaged fuel in this mess? Hey, kiosk. Okay, packaged fuel needs fuel, and it needs empty canisters, but it's getting iron from code. Oh, I need to do that, don't I? Well, it's only a thing and a half, so that's cool. Yeah, kiosk, we're just talking about it again, or I was just talking about it primarily, but I got an internet upgrade. Finally. We've literally had the same package since 2014 when we moved here. So that's why this is especially, like, it's about fucking time levels of... Yes. Just... Yes, I'm happy. Now with gigabit, which again doesn't affect the quality of the stream in the slightest, but that's besides the point. So if I make you a 2-meter ramp and not build it in myself, let's do that. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I mean, that's not too long after... Well, okay, it was mid to late 2014, but... Yeah. Not too long after that group got started in the first place. Yeah, kiosk. I feel you on that one. Let me put it to you this way in terms of how I feel you on that one. Today was a lot of moving shit around because... Arius, you're not that much younger, shut up. Because of, just where things were. And, yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna be feeling it tomorrow. Because I had to rip my old Ethernet cable up and pull that out. That thing is, unfortunately, effectively trash. I might be able to repurpose it if I re-terminate it and chop it up and such, but it's not doing too well. Recycled... I don't have recycled plastic, I only have residual plastic. Oh well. But yeah, that whole getting old thing. Ugh. You whacked yourself with a hammer? Ouch. Ouch. Recycled plastic. Yes. And I only need 2 of these. How on earth did I get those 2 as well? Those inputs are the wrong way. By 4th, you don't mean 4th time, do you, Geeson? Please tell me you haven't hit yourself 4 times this week with a hammer. Surely not. Let's see. Roll you into there. I actually don't need to do that necessarily. I need to do it like this. Except it needs to be in straight mode. I don't think it really matters. Yeah. Still set it to straight mode. Redraw all the belts. Is it necessary? Not really. Is it good practice? Yes. Snap that to there. That is still M. That was N. So I need 153.395 divided by 2. Nice. 76.6975%. Is correct. Copy paste. If I'm gonna have two, I might as well have them both at the same percentage than one at 100 and then the other at 50 some percent, right? It's an even split. I might as well. Damn it! And this is why I'm still using the vanilla hover pack, because I have a mod that lets me use a modded hover pack. However, that modded hover pack apparently has no dampening on the hovering, so I don't know how you're supposed to come to a stop. Good for traveling around, perhaps, but that's about it. I want to say this is like 500 some fuel, but not like... Yeah, 530 some fuel. So, honestly, Mark II it up. I need just... That's dumb. Yeah, one... A T-junction would be nice. There's actually a mod for that, because of course there is. But obviously I'm not using it. Yeah, sure, why not? And then the fuel can just go straight over here. Now here's the annoying part. Please. So these will all require plastic. This is recycled plastic, right? Because this is... No, this is recycled rubber. Don't ask me why I'm doing residual and recycled rubber. Honestly, don't know why it's insisting on that. But this one, if I have my power shards on me, which I'm really low on at this point, this one is going to be set to... 105.864%. 3.06 refineries needed. What a ridiculous thing. Yeah, I really should have left that gap. But I didn't. So inefficient, leaving that much space. Oh well, I'm not exactly lacking on space, am I? Line that up. Go. Reconnect that. And this belt will still reach. Again, I don't really like how the conveyors looked when snapped onto a belt or a splitters or mergers snapped onto a thing. I don't like that. And while I can absolutely do this, I choose not to. Let's chisel a few times. Ooh. Ouch, Geeson. Hopefully you haven't injured yourself too badly in all of that. Hopefully it's more temporary than anything. So yeah, that's never really fun. Also, remember that typing that I just did? 5.864, was it? Yes. That again. So, no, it wasn't minimal. Got it. Ouch. I'm tired of having overpack issues. So for this, you're sending the smallest amount of plastic elsewhere. Really? We're going to do it that way. And this is going to be limited to 91, I said limited to 91.759. And that's going to default route there, overflow that way, which is like nothing. I mean, just because you're used to it, Geeson, doesn't make it any better. I could technically just do... No? Too steep, my ass! Not too steep. Too steep. Thank you, autosave. Let's try that again. There. So I'll take the 1.759, which means that this is just 30 each. Huh. Fun, Geeson. Yeah, well, hopefully you manage to stop doing that sooner than not. I mean, I know it's going to keep happening to some degree, but, like, still, you know? Where is this plastic going off to? Anywhere reasonable? Rubber. Who's counting? Computers and oscillators. Meanwhile, the original rubber goes in part to oscillators. Where's the original rubber production? That's that. Is this the rubber? Yes. How much rubber am I making? Well, specifically that's going that way. Residual rubber. Going to recycled plastic. So it's like 100, basically. Instead of doing it that way, let's do it this way. Or we can do it this way. I mean, that lines up. Which it does. Oh, handy. Yeah, sure. That works. So, yeah, by default you're gonna go that way, overflow will go that way, and then this is gonna be a Mark 1 belt. But on it is gonna be one of these things. And it is going to be limited to that much. Yeah, I know, isn't it great chaos? All thanks to the power of mods. Don't want a bunch of mods? I mean, to be fair, it's only one mod that adds vertical nudging. But also, to be fair, if you're installing one mod, then you might as well install more, right? It's a very dangerous rabbit hole. You can go down there very quickly, so... Just one more mod. Yeah, just one more. No, just one more. I promise. Just one more. By the way, this should be full with nitrogen at this point. And it is. Friendly reminder, it doesn't matter because I have all the head lift I would need in that pipe, but nitrogen is a gas, so it doesn't need pumps anyway to move it around. Pumps just work, or gases just work. There is also this. Bot did message for a break. Excellent. And yep, that's just under there, so that is exactly where it needs to be. No, straight pipes will be coming in 1.1, and I don't know if a mod has added it. I don't think it has. I'm still building, even though the bot said it's time for a break. I'm very good like this. And the power line's just clear. I mean, just because it hasn't been 10 minutes doesn't mean that I'm not gonna get going on it. Alrighty. Game saved. Frame rate temporarily reduced. They're adding straight pipes in 1.1. They've said that a couple of times now. But 1.1's not coming until the new year. So, it's coming, just not that soon. But that's okay. Because all that matters really is that it's being added. Officially. Oh boy, just over 2.25 hours. Well, I'm gonna keep saying, like, if time isn't added tonight, then the tipathon ends today, and I'll be highly disappointed. But also, if you're in Discord, then, well, you probably saw something that you might want to keep in mind. We'll talk more after the next break, not this one, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna keep bringing it up anyway, but if you know, you know. Yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna take a short break. A few minutes to stand up, stretch, get away from the computer for a little bit. During this time, I am going to run some ads. I've actually noticed ad revenue has been a bit higher as of late. I don't know if it's just because I'm pulling in more viewers on average because of Satisfactory, or if for some reason what I'm getting from ads is better. It's still nothing, but yeah. So that's a reason to keep running them, but also, if I run ads now, it disables pre-rolls for the next hour, and ensures that there are no ads thus during gameplay. And I'm running them during a part of the stream where nothing is happening. So, it's not like you're going to miss anything. Plus, most people in chat at this point are probably subscribers. If you're not one of the subscribers, then apologies. But, yeah. Just mute the tab for a few minutes. Don't ads start to ramp up on the run to Christmas? Maybe. It is October, almost November after all. Maybe it is related to Christmas stuff. I don't know. Like I said, it's not much of a change, but when I saw the one value, I was surprised at how high it was, relatively. Either way. I'm not going to give exact values, other than 30%! What's 30%? I don't know. That's just, Spooky hasn't happened yet, Christmas is back burner. Well, there is that as well, but it is spooky time in some parts of the world. Anyway, I'm going to take my break now, so just bear with me on the ads, and when I come back, we'll continue with more Satisfactory and trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to do all this. BRB. Alrighty, I am back. And let's just jump right back into it. Words are hard. And it's been a long day. Like I said, you missed the first hour of the stream. We got an internet upgrade today, and that meant a lot of shit going on today. Because, yeah, a lot of stuff going on in relation to that. And I'm still not done, that's the best part. That's sufficient? Yeah. But never mind that. Was that a FURD on your BRB screen? Maybe. I need you over here without the overclocker, and then based on that, 30, 60, 90-ish. And then that's using about 56, which is easily Mark 1 pipes. That was very close up. Good to see that headlift isn't an issue there. I wouldn't expect it to be, but you never know. Today was also a very dusty day. So the rest of this rubber, which will be Mark 1 belts, I'll just do this, why not? So it should be right there. Yep. I think... Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah. It can be hard to tell sometimes. How did I lose connection? Bloody autosave at the wrong time. Oh, that is a Mark II build. So that is 53 rubber. So that's not quite 120, 180, 240. Ish. Cool. And then there's that tiny bit of plastic right there. I'm guessing that this is fully backlogged at this point because the aluminum is back stuffed in the smelters, and that's that. Love seeing those. Not as much as I love my internet upgrades. Yes, I'm going to mention it again. I'm sorry. Just so good. Is there anything I can do with the aluminum ingots that doesn't require copper? No? No. And no. Mention it as much as you want, well. I mean, yes, clearly I am doing that. I'm not used to it. I'm not saying that this was me when I actually saw the speed test go up above 800, but This might not have been too far. There it is. From my reaction. I had one more folder to look through. My stream deck, that is. Yeah, sure. You. Except not. Kiosk, are you in my Discord server? I honestly can't recall if you are or not. Probably not. There. Yeah, because he's already commented on it. So he's well aware. I gotta go back over there and do stuff. And the best part is that rather than run down the beach, I'm just gonna run over here, or, you know, slide along the wires. I'm just gonna run over here. And, there's all this stuff. And, oh yeah, that's where I just was. Yeah, Kiosk, the one that has all my stream alerts and everything. I mean, I could literally, you've already said it, but if I was just to go into here, actually it was out there, wasn't it? Is there a kiosk on this list? No. There is not a kiosk on this list. Oh. And of course, just to mention this, if anybody wants to join the Discord server, it's linked beneath the stream if you're on desktop. If you're on mobile, fuck if I know. I don't use mobile. Sorry. But yeah, if you want to, it's down there. There's also a Discord command, of course. But if you don't want to, that's fine. You don't have to. Like Kiosk, I've known him for... Yeah, there's the command. I've known him for far too long now, and... Oh no, he's not in my server. Whatever shall I do? Anyway. They really are going on a slow journey. Okay, I need to get readjusted here if I'm going to be over on this part of the factory. Okay, so it's 4 assemblers straight up. Heat sinks, silicon circuit boards. See, there's just so much crossover between things. I can at least make some motors, because that only requires 3 assemblers. So let me just add some room here, I guess, and get that going. How many rotors does that need? 33.3 a minute. Okay. I didn't need to actually multi-select that, clearly. If I put a smart splitter there, and then a counter limiter here, and tell that to go to 10.5. And limit it that way. And then the rest can go out this way. To... turbo motors, yes. So many overlapping things. And I'll want to default it to this way, none that way, overflow that way. So then this is just regular old motors. I only need 3 of these technically, but I'll probably do 4 anyway, because it's 3.3 repeating. And so if I do that, set the last 2 to do that. Be fairly good. Also convenient that I can just do that and then bring the stators around over top of this thing. I feel like I did this just the other day, but I did. It was just on a different set of machines is all. That was weird. I'll wait to do that. Yeah, see? This is the one where I did it. That's AI limiters, that's quick wire. Did I not make stators somewhere? Oh, it was back the other way, that's right. Well, that was a waste of time. I mean, I might still need those, but it won't take that long to set back up if I do. Yeah, so these are screws, because screw you. These are modular frames, this is wire. And then all the way over here somewhere. Kiosk. Why are you the way you are? Oh. Okay, I'll still do that. How many stators am I making in total? 45. 45 a minute. I won't have a main bus in this factory, but you will get a bus of some description, clearly. Actually, what I can do... I'll keep running it. Why not? Sure, why not? Then I can make that, do that. Just send it down this way. Have it do that. that right there, and then literally just do the same thing here, except I'll have it branch off at some point because those stators are needed elsewhere as well, but they're primarily going to motors. And of course it's faster to jump around like this. Of course none of this is working at the moment, so let's fix that. There. It brings everything over here online, which means that will start producing and sending stuff this way while I run the belt this way. I just don't like the way that straight mode does the slope sometimes. There we go. That's why I wanted to connect that one first, because it would make a nice S-pen there. And it doesn't quite avoid clipping there. Nope. Straight mode is great, but sometimes you gotta really finagle with it to get it to do what you want. Is that straight mode? Yes. No bother. Yeah, and that shouldn't mess up because that was perfectly spaced to be even. And then, how does this not work, right? Like, that is perfectly fine. But somehow setting it to straight mode, despite not really changing anything, makes it invalid. I don't get it. And I guess somewhere here. I can actually destruct that, and now can I do that? Yes, that works in straight mode. That works in straight mode. Let's just make that smart, because that's what it was meant to do. And then going towards that will be 12.5. Okay. 4:48 left on the timer. It is getting down there. It's not critically low, but it's getting there. Sure. Why not? I'm pretty damn sure this is right. The flow on it just looks a bit not great, but probably fine. Especially as these will fill up eventually. And that'll be that. So motors, where do they go? Cooling devices, which I don't have the stuff set up for yet. Or turbo motors, which again I don't have the stuff set up for. Oh boy, I really just need to gather the inputs and send them off that way. That need to be sent that way. I guess for now let's deal with that. We can build it over here. So hey, remember when I said that I would probably need these after all? There's a bit of a power pole in the way. And likewise, let's just fix this. That well out of the way. And then I guess all the AI limiters need to go this way, because what else am I using them for? Oscillators, but that requires rubber and quartz, which are going to be coming in over there, so yeah. What? Please. 20 AI limiters, almost 21 AI limiters a minute. Don't really need that one. Oh. Have it look like it's in use, but then not use it. Likewise here, actually. Don't need all that. Okay, now how many toll rod assemblers do I need? Just under, or just over 2, because of course. You know what? I'm gonna use 3 of them. Solve that issue. Now let's just delete that because that's definitely flowing the wrong way. So for this, that's the map. For this, I need that. Nice. I believe that's what it was, right? No. Whether that makes a difference or not doesn't really matter. What matters is getting it right. And there's no reason for the motors to be going over this way. Bring that over here. Bring that in like that. And, in reality, what I want to do is that. If I can get the alignment right and things. You can be overflow and you can be any. Then if I put this here, those will go there. This can loop around to here. And then on it can go one of these. There, how about that? And then that's AI limiters, which 12.5. Now that stops, and it overflows that way. And sends them all this way. Yay! So this is like, what was it, 11.67? Did I? No. Copy you. Paste you in there. And then this is actually rotors. I know there's a search function. I think it was. Yeah. That's there. And then this is however many motors. 16.667. Good enough. And then this is electromagnetic control rods, so if I just quickly set up one of these here, where it needs to be, I can then grab one of those signs, just so I can remember where everything is. Why is the drone under there? Yeah, 8.3334. Or and yeah, no, it's not AI limiters. It is control rods. Because stators are actually over here. No. Stators are good because they're heading off this way. Okay. Too much going on. I've just hooked that up, and yet this isn't even hooked up. That's kind of silly. I don't know why I set that one up there. That. There. That should be no red lights anywhere in this part of the factory. Yep. Unless there's any over there. Yellow lights, sure. Red lights? No. Also, the screws are flowing again. This will all take a while to backfill, so that's fine. I should start working on moving things elsewhere. Now, I haven't really left myself a good way to get around, but I feel like I'd rather go around this way than that way, especially since there's already things in this general area. Don't need that. Yep. Okay. Let me redraw that and not include most of the other stuff I just highlighted. Here comes a not main bus. I don't even know how many items I'm gonna need, how many stacks here. How high it's gonna get, I don't know. Basically, I've got to round up all the stuff. Yeah, something like that is ideally what I want. I'm just adding a few and then we'll go from there. There's a whole bunch that need to go that way. Really, I should probably be sending this stuff that way, then stack it up over there, bring it into there. Do I wrap it around? Kinda seems silly. Let's do it. Those are all Mark 1 belts thus far. That's annoying. Okay, good, that didn't move up. Can't just grab the foot there, can I? Is that too many? Might be too many. Totally too many. Anything else back over here? Yeah, that stuff. But over here, though. Yes. $350, huh? Anything else? That's all going into there. That just all goes around there, so it's literally just the Caterium at this point. If I build this like that, then I should be able to take this and run it appropriately since I fed that in at the wrong level. Minor detail. Doesn't actually matter in the grand scheme of things. Hey, Kelly. Okay. So, if I bring this in here, having fun? Yeah. Bit of a headache trying to figure all this out, and it's been a long day. But I can't say I'm not having fun. If I wasn't having fun, I wouldn't still be working on this factory after all. Wouldn't be the first time I've abandoned a factory. There. Much it will help with 5M. I mean, I can tell you right now, a couple milliseconds of ping have definitely been knocked off. Because it went from being, well, right now I'm sub 1 millisecond to the modem. Before it was more like 3 or 4 milliseconds. It wasn't good for the local network. It was not good. But, yeah. That alone helps. But I don't know. I don't think the ping will be too much better. Yeah, well, that's power line adapters for you. If you can avoid it, don't use power line adapters and you shouldn't have issues like that. But, you know, previously, 100 megabit per second, it was fine. Not perfect, but it was fine. It was acceptable. Gigabit, though, no, it was just a massive bottleneck. No, I'm not kiosk. Not anymore. I had been. But it was not going to work with gigabit, so I had to abandon it. Yeah, no, it could get 100, well, I don't know for a fact that it could get 100, because, like, this is fine. You know, that was the maximum our network could do anyway. But in theory, yeah, it could do 100 megabit per second. In theory, it could do over that, but for whatever reason, the modem was refusing to acknowledge that it could do anything higher than that. Like, I know the connection speed was up to, like, 150, 160, which is worse than it used to be, but whatever. But, yeah, for whatever reason, it, nope. It would only do... It was either going to do 100M or 1 gig. It did not want to do anything else. And it did not want to do 1 gig if it was going to only help a little. I guess. I don't know. It wasn't wanting to do that. That's 286. That's 53, and I think that's everything else. But yeah, like I was saying, 5M, it might help a little specifically to Project Homecoming, but like 8th gear, it's not going to make that much of a difference. 8th gear's in Europe. The server is in Europe. It's... The way I improve my ping to them is to move to Europe. Like, I might be down to like 115 millisecond maybe, instead of 120. In theory, with Project Homecoming, I could be dipping down to low 30s, maybe even high 20s, depending on just how good it gets. But yeah, I'm excited. Gigabit internet, something I've wanted for a long time, and I tried upgrading our internet a couple years ago, working with the rents to do that. Problem is, things came up, never happened, and, well, I guess in hindsight, it's good that I didn't. Because then this might not have happened, and we wouldn't have gigabit. But at the same time, it would have been so nice to have gigabit sooner. These are all Mark 1s. Try that again. Also, just an hour 22 left on the clock. Not great, but like I've been saying multiple times, if you're in the Discord server, then you know something, probably, that others might not. That's not me saying join the Discord server to find out. That's more saying just wait and see, I guess. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. $60, $30, $220. I mean, honestly, just wanted to see what that would sound like. $20. Thank you very much, Shaw. That actually adds an hour and actually kind of ruins the thing I said I would do in Discord, but never mind. I have to add that time manually, but so be it. No, there's no text-to-speech through Ko-fi, unfortunately. It was $20, yes. And, oh, look at that, now there's 2 hours. Look, I'm sorry that it doesn't do to do the text-to-speech. You can blame Ko-fi for that. Honestly, I didn't even get a great look at what the message said. But now I have to go over here. Come on. I'm not even logged in! Please log in, I want my dark mode back. I can't select that text. Thank you very much, Shaw. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I mean, it all goes to the same place at the end of the day. It's still PayPal. But, yeah. That's the one downside to Ko-fi, is that it doesn't do text-to-speech. I'm sure Kelly's gonna fix things in just a moment. How do I want to do this? Yeah, balls. That was 34 something. Where are you? Team copper sheets. What's getting 30? There. I'm deleting that though. No, actually, I do want that. Actually, I'll put it all the way over here. That has to be a Mark 1 bell. Let me just do this before the break. There's that. 50s. And it's already slowed down. That last one, though. Thanks for staying subscribed for all this time, at tier 2 no less. Very much appreciated, Callie. Let me just finish with this, also that can go away now. We are stacking. Technically, I could have also merged these together. Why didn't I do that? Because they're specific amounts, I'm just going to leave them separate. So there's 2.5 hours on the timer. So I guess I am streaming tomorrow. Maybe not for a long time, potentially, but for a little while. Also, if anybody wants to cause a hype train, now's your chance. You gotta do it quick, but like the settings are still what they were, so it still only takes 2 events, which is dumb, since Geeson was able to trigger a hype train by literally just gifting subs by himself because September. But yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. Turn event, got him. Thanks, Callie. Back to the witness AFK scene, apparently. So yeah, there's a bit more time on the timer now. Oh well, thank you for the support, guys. Greatly appreciated. Yeah. I'm gonna take a break. Short break, just a few minutes, stand up, stretch, and get away from the computer for a moment. During this time, I'm going to set my frame rate lower. During this time, I am going to run some ads. It's the only time during the stream that I run ads. It prevents pre-rolls for the next hour, ensuring that the gameplay itself is completely ad-free, at the cost of having ads during a segment that you can just ignore. You know, put the tab in the background, mute it, whatever. Walk away, or be subscribed and then you won't see any ads. Or Twitch Turbo is also an option, if that floats your boat. Thanks again, Kelly, for the tier 2 sub, by the way. I know I already said that, but seriously. Maybe not my first subscriber, but certainly longest term, and one of the early ones as well, as denoted by that founder badge. And I think, actually, you've been tier 2 now for basically half of your sub tenure, haven't you? Crazy. Anyway, BRB. I'm back, and I might have just almost killed the stream a little there. That's interesting. So, for Gits and Shiggles, I decided to just run a quick speed test, just because. And, the results weren't as good, and the upload wasn't even half of what it should have been, and it also did a number on the stream. Yeah, we dropped 850 frames in that. I mean, okay, I should have known that that was going to cause issues, but I wasn't expecting it to cap out so low. Oh well. Look, I just want to see the number go really high again, okay? I'm not used to this. Gameplay. What we're doing. Yeah, I'm back from my break, so satisfactory time. I run over here to get away from all the noises that are over here, in case that's not obvious. It's loud over here. Okay, so that's that. That needs to be a Mark IV belt. Yeah, sure, let's just do that. Nice and stuttery. Something like that. I'll just rerun them all. Can I make it? Barely. That's literally, I think, the max distance you can do. 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 4. Yeah, like literally the next tick, it runs out. That's awesome. The one in the center first, since that's also a Mark I belt. Well, it feels like you're a few minutes early with that, but okay. I was almost correct on the belt count there. Oh, nope, nope, nope. See, the reason why I did that is so that I could then do that. Because rather than having it so it snakes over at the last second, I want it to snake over immediately. Does it matter if it does that or not? No. I just wanted to look that way. There. No longer clipping. And that's actually going under, and that's going under. I might not have a main bus or anything, but we are definitely making a vertical bus in this factory. Is there anywhere else I'm missing? Here, let me quickly... Yeah, I can just load over the existing page. You can still see my mouse cursor. Grab the latest autosave. And then I can locate where there are signs. Using the interactive map. And that will let me identify where outputs are. Oh boy. That is one expensive pun you just contributed to the stream, Geeson. Stream Saturday, don't forget to be there. Dude, $69? Really? That's awesome. Thank you so much. On top of your $5 tip yesterday. And the gift subs. That's awesome. What a pun. Nice on the $69. By the way, I have to do this now. What was it? Half an hour for every 50? I never actually implemented the tips bonus time. Let me just be sure. If I look at my debug. It should have been 2.5 hours plus almost another 20 minutes. No, it should have been 60 minutes, which is 3 hours, plus almost another half an hour on top of that, right? I'm trying to convert this to in my head, but going well. So every $20, every $10, let's just say, is 600 seconds. So that much. No. Huh. It seems like the time increased more than it should have. I'm confused. What am I doing wrong here? Okay, how about this? 207 minutes times 6. Okay, yes. That is correct. Apologies. I don't know what my own script is doing, apparently. I'm just good like that. So yeah, for $50, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't implement it. $50 or more, add an extra 30 minutes to the clock. Which means that another $10. Could be a funny number and be a normal number on your end. Huh, neat. So if I do that, that's the actual time. That's what it should be. Yep. Again, thank you very much for your contributions, Geeson. You've been fueling that timer a lot these last couple of days. Don't think it's going unappreciated, even if I don't make myself abundantly clear about that. I am on an assembler now. So, okay, let's see. We've got the quick wire up on top. We've got the 2 sets of copper ingots. We've got the electromagnetic control rods. Well, that's set to... I never set that, is why. But it's not for canisters. What are those AI limiters going towards? Oscillators. Do you spell oscillator? English is not my strong suit. Just that. Okay. Look, I'm an engineer, not an English major. Well, I was an engineering major, not an English major, and then I graduated however long ago. So, yeah. Anyway. Okay, so that's doubling up. That doesn't reflect that. Not for the turbo. That's those 4. And then those 3, and then I've added another one to do those down there. Because realistically that can just be on one belt. Okay, I think that's everything in this area. I'm not seeing any other signs. They are kind of hard to see, I'm not gonna lie. So that can combine with the sheets up higher. And then there's that sign there and that sign there. Stators are being dealt with, the steel pipes are being dealt with. Is that really it that all that I have over there? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Alright, let's continue running this belt. Just gonna bump it up a level because it needs to go up anyway. There's a number of times tonight where I've clicked and it's not actually done anything, and I'm kind of glad that it's not done anything in those instances. That's happened a fair bit. The offset. Yeah, sure, up to there, why not? Yep, looks good to me. That is up 2, so that is horizontal. Yeah, this area is starting to get kind of stuttery. Can't imagine why. That is going up. Well, that's fine. Does, however, mean that I've got this one belt on the bottom that's not going up, while the others are. Oh yeah, shit. Where are we at on the goal? I didn't even think about that. We are above it. Well, at this rate, I'm gonna need to get a shiny dex of each area in Legends. Oh no. Also, I owe you guys an emerald. Catch 'em all. Oh boy. There. I don't know exactly what the description needs to be set to, so I'm not gonna worry about it right this second. There. Yeah, thanks again for the contributions, guys. That is continuing to put time on the timer and increasing the goal for the Professor Oak Challenge. Yes, that's still running in the background. Fun fact, the next time it happens on stream, I will be entering the Mirelings for the first time. I have more or less completed everything I needed to complete to progress. There is one thing technically that I haven't, but I'm saying enough's enough. I've satisfied it sufficiently, in my opinion. Let's just get this show on the road. Because, kind of ridiculous how long it's taken to get to this point. Interesting that those still have duplements. Okay. Can't actually zoop that as high as I might otherwise. Our key is double inputting still. At random, no less. Is that correct? Looks like it. I did kind of just zoop it up and not care about how high it actually needed to go. So there's a few extra on there. I guess I also will say, obviously nobody actually has to do this, but, you know, if you just want to... My Twitch payout this next month is not necessarily bad. Not necessarily bad. What am I trying to say with that? It's not necessarily not gonna happen, but it might be close. Oh, I mean, one sub should do it. Anybody was feeling generous? If not, that's fine. You guys have already done a lot tonight. Yeah, you don't have to do anything more. Just putting that out there. Being honest about how things are behind the scenes. I only bring that up because by the time the stream happens tomorrow night, it'll be too late because it'll be beyond October UTC, so a little too late on that front. But like I said, doesn't matter if it's not. I thought the vertical bus on the computer factory was ridiculous. With the, what was it, like 5 or 6 belts of quick wire? Yeah, and there's more to come. That stuttering. Every time I play something, you can definitely tell it's a bit more stuttery than it was. I don't know how many I actually need. You guys need to be Mark IV, but I'm not gonna do that. One too tall. I was close though. It was close. Something like that. Was this vertical bus though? So many items, and it could be compacted a little bit looking at you right there. By the time I realized, I just said screw it because it's already been run, so let's... That is... I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna, like, do this. I think that would be good if it's over this way. Yeah. Need to be careful about making sure it actually goes that way. Don't need those there. I do wish that going off of these, I could reverse the belt direction, but that's not an option. Or it would just realize that, like, hey, that belt doesn't work, but if you hold it there, you know, make it work, please. That's one quality of life feature that would be nice to have. Reversible belts, just like we have reversible conveyor lifts. Yeah, honestly, at this point, I can't be bothered about dealing with the power lines clipping. Just pretend that they're clipped in underneath of the belts, like they just magically go from one side to the other. There's only so much I can reasonably do with those, you know? How far do I have to work with this? Basically, can I get it over here? Yes. This is 57 plus 13, so that's a Mark II belt, actually. $20-some plus $50-some, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are other ways that you can do it. That just barely clears. There are certainly other ways you can run power. And don't forget that, like, not only are most machines... Okay, maybe not. Well, okay, maybe actually a billboard. Here, let me just... You know, most machines can accept a sign somewhere on them. Right? Most. But also... catwalks and the walkways will snap to these as well in certain spots. Again, maybe not everything, but most things. Of course, with this spacing, it doesn't quite fit naturally. There you go. Now it's balanced. So, yeah, you can put signs and catwalks and just generally put other things around them. And yeah, running a beam across the top of the machines, whether it's refineries or smelter, well, foundries, assemblers, constructors rather. Whatever. You know, it all works. In reality, I could also just take this, run it straight down there, and pretend that it's in the floor or something. Play the game how you want. It doesn't need to be perfectly realistic. You guys are well aware that I don't really tend to care for aesthetics. Because I'm an engineer, not an architect. I don't design pretties, I design functional stuff. At least that's the theory. In reality, I just do this. And I don't even make a living off of it. Yay. You make boxes? Unfortunately, I don't think I can go anywhere near high enough to see my box. The lizard doggo there. I could technically tame it and bring it back with me. Yeah, you know, I can't get it anywhere near the height needed to see that box. I did tidy that box up, by the way, the fuel one. Yeah, it's very concrete now. It's very concrete. thinking about how to do that. Buffer fills up and then it goes off. That little brief window of not doing anything is fine. It's not gonna hurt it. I have copper ingots on me. That is useless. That's a little clippy, isn't it? Not really. For iron ingots, that's sufficient. Also, this is 1.3 per minute, so it's effectively only sending one not very often. Game needs a beefer stackable mounts. The ones in game now look a bit spindly when it gets so high. Yeah. You're not wrong. They definitely could use a little bit of beef on them, but good enough. Or just build it all the way out, why not? I'm gonna leave this up. Kind of crazy that I've spent about an hour now just building this massive vertical bus through the factory to try and get shit from over here to somewhere up that way. Also, shoutouts to my method of how do I deal with having too many items for my belt, because I don't have Mark 6 belts yet. Just throw it in a container and then extract from that, and oh hey, if I do that, I can just split it into 2 conveyors and we're good. What's the plan for long distance transport for this factory? Trains? No, there's no long distance transport. I'm just gonna belt it to somewhere in the middle between the two for stuff that needs to be between both. The only thing that's remote is the quartz, which I'll just drone that in. Which is why there's some excess fuel over there. This factory isn't supplying other factories. It's purely standalone. Also, I don't need all that area. I don't need to reclaim it, though, because, like, what am I going to do with the concrete? I can refill my inventory, I guess, and then sink the rest. I don't really need it, though. Yeah, generally speaking, I don't build factories that produce items for other factories. I have done that, but not that much. One less than the maximum. Hell yeah. And look, and in that time, that's all the iron that thing has spat out. 1. It's averaging just over 1 per minute, so it's rounding down to 1. It's gonna have to wiggle one way or another. I just want to wiggle it less. You know? I'm concerned about that sticky outy bit there. Technically, I don't even need to do that. Just do this. Technically, it might be saving on belt or objects. I don't know. I don't know how the belts are subdivided into objects or what. That's dealt with. Please. Came into Satisfactory with Factorio Brain. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. I'm sure a lot of people came into this game with Factorio Brain. I'm one of the few people, relatively few, that didn't, because I've never played Factorio, and I, at this rate, never will. And no, you can't tip to make that happen at this point. Genuinely, if people want to know why I refuse to play it, Satisfactory is bad enough. And I don't mean bad in a bad way. I don't need another addicting factory game in my life at this moment in time. And despite the generosity of you guys the last couple of days, I still don't realistically have the money to justify buying Space Age. And again, even if somebody were to buy me Space Age and, you know, try and gift it to me, I might actually just decline your gift. That's something I can do. If you finish Satisfactory, no, kiosk. I've had Factorio as a goal for the stream a couple of times. It's never been a reasonable goal, I will admit, but it's still been a goal. And, well, that's just how it is. Not sufficient? Yep. Okay, now to just do this again. Just slowly but surely moving the vertical bus along the factory. I've been good at not doing that thus far. Finally backfired on me though. Yeah, that clears. That's good. Good enough. Factorio is worse than Satisfactory, both on different levels of addiction. Yeah, and that's exactly my concern. I'm already this far in with Satisfactory. I don't need another game that might potentially be worse. Like, keep in mind, Satisfactory is legitimately one of my most played games, period. Now, obviously, I can't keep track of everything, like Minecraft, for instance. No clue how many hours I put into that, but it's in the thousands, no doubt. Because I've been playing it since 2010? No, 2011. The year the game officially came out. 1.0, which I think was 2011. 1.4 underscore 01 or whatever the update format was. That was the very first version I played of Minecraft. Anyway. Yeah, I don't want to know either, Jason. Satisfactory, I'm currently at 797 hours, which means tomorrow night I'll probably hit 800 hours in the game. And just as a reminder for something you can see, 173 hours in this save. Not the most, but still. This is one of my most played games on Steam, even higher than Piece of Shit 2. And I had a fair amount of hours in there. Heck, I think I have more hours in this than I do in Seto. Let's see. Seto! Oh yeah, 535 hours. Not that much. Oh hey, look, a picture. This was a picture from the first lap. You can't see it. But here, I'll bring it over. Third most played on Steam? What's second? What's my second most played? Gmod? Oh, right. Gmod's the first game I hit 1,000 hours in. I got to 1,002 and that was that. Literally haven't touched it since 2016. Don't ask me why. Just haven't. So, yeah. Not to be wasting time here, but there's that screenshot I saw by looking at my Assetto time. Note how Max's car looks a little angled here, more than like mine or Enroy's. PJ in the background, like they're already turning left, but he's turning a little bit too far to the right. Anyway, game capture back on desktop capture. Yeah, man. TTT, that's what got my hours so high on Gmod. I played so much TTT in the early 2010s. That is one hell of a vertical main bus. I mean, it's not a main bus, but it is still a bus. And it is very vertical. Kinda glad I slooped these. 15 heavy modular frames a minute. To the point where I'm basically just sinking them. I wish I could easily sink objects. With mods, maybe, but not with this. Not with a stock inventory, just throw it out, it doesn't matter. Are you doing fine on modular frames? Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's not great, but they come in bursts, right? Like, there's these large gaps, but then they come a fair amount. And then another large gap, and then a fair amount. And then another large gap. Also, am I sending stators this way? No. Good. Stator products, but not stators. So this is all going that way. And then there's stuff over there that needs to come this way, and they'll meet, like, somewhere over here, I guess, and make the rest of the factory. Am I gonna have an aluminum central factory? Probably. Do I need to make anything more in this area? I don't think I do. And I can still remove more from there. Because, like, that whole corner, probably not going to use any of that. Not going to use any of this. Probably not even going to use this strip. Doesn't matter that it's there. Very foggy. Honestly, there's like 10 minutes left in the stream. I don't know that there's much more I want to do, so I might just wrap it up here. This seems like a decent wrapping up point, because I've got all this shit to bring that way and shit over there to bring that way, and, you know, there's not really enough time left in the day to do anything else. And if I pause the timer sooner than not, that means more time for future days. Not that we're particularly hurting on time at the moment. Thanks, Geeson. And everyone else, of course. I'm not saying your contributions don't matter. Everybody who's contributed thus far has helped increase the timer, and even if you haven't, you know? Maybe you don't have the means to, or maybe you just don't want to, that's fine. That is fine. You don't have to help out. Always appreciate it if you do, but, you know, everyone's got their own lives to worry about, and, if it's just not in the cards, or you simply don't want to, then fair enough. Ain't gonna hold it against you. Hold on, let me restock my inventory real quick. Don't need any of you, just a little bit of you. A fair bit of you. I don't know if that's faster, honestly, or not. Well, one of them got into the right spot. Pop that off. Again, I like to just have stuff in my inventory to ensure that I can always build stuff en masse. Not always, but more often than not, right? I miss modular frames. Alright, there we go. Wait, I pressed escape, game. Please. Alright. I wonder how big the save file is at this point. And pause timer. And seeing the save file is just over 7,000 kilobytes. Or 6.84 megabytes. Neat. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna feel great in the morning. Take care of yourselves while you're still young. I still have time to resolve this, but I don't have the motivation to do so. And trust me, once you start getting into your 30s, it's only gonna get harder. I'm only barely there, but I'm already feeling it. Larger files in games that don't have you alter the map. Yeah, Arius, the first word got you there. Can't imagine why, though. I can't imagine exactly why. Yeah, I'm still fairly young, but not as young as I could be. Feels bad, man. Oh well. So yeah, that's the end of the stream tonight. With the amount of time left on the timer, there's definitely going to be a stream on Saturday. So that's a thing. That's only 6 worlds? Jesus, Geeson. You have played a lot of Minecraft. Tell that to your choice. Yeah, Kiosk is younger than me. By around a month. And, yeah. My joints aren't too bad at this point. But, yeah. Yeah, getting old sucks. We're not even that old, and we're still old enough. It sucks. Anyway, like I said, the override isn't going to do anything there. Only 3 years older? No, I just hit 30 earlier in the year, Arius, and so did Kiosk. Spoiler alerts. Sorry, not sorry, Kiosk. You were 10 when Minecraft came out? Oh, God. Damn Utes. I was in fucking high school. Don't make me feel even older. Anyway, the next stream is tomorrow night at the same time as the last few. I'll update the description for the goal, but we're less than $100 from it. And $100 would add 6 hours under normal conditions. So, yeah. Fair enough, Geeson. Yeah, Kiosk. You really can't hurt me in that regard without hurting yourself. So that's good at least. At least I wouldn't be the only one hurting from that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Can we get off of this topic? More Satisfactory tomorrow night. And then the next Satisfactory stream after that would be on Saturday at 8 p.m. And that's when the timer is possibly going to end. Hi, bot. Or not. I don't know. It's up to you guys. How long do you want this to go on for? You know? It's entirely up to you guys, the viewers. Because it's a subathon derivative. But multi-segment instead of single segment. So you can choose to contribute like you have been and up the time every now and again, make sure that I can keep coming back near daily. Or you can just let the timer run out and that's that. It's up to you. And again, if you don't want to or can't afford to help out, that's fine. Just, if you can show up to the stream and hang out, you don't even have to chat. Having you here as a lurking viewer is appreciated all the same. After all, the higher the viewer count is, the more likely that people might click into the stream. Doesn't mean that they'll stay, but at least they don't have to deal with pre-rolls, right? Something I try for, although there might be pre-rolls now, but I mean, it's the end of the stream, so whatever. I'll still run ads because it's the end of the stream, and so just if you don't want to watch them, then leave. Anyway, I will mention the stream that I skipped over Friday. Assetto is happening. Unless something changes last minute. Assetto is happening, and it's not going to count against the timer. The timer will be paused during multiplayer streams, aka Assetto, because GTA is fucking dead. Thank you, bot. Thank you. So, yeah, the timer can still be added to at any time. I don't have to be online. The timer doesn't have to be unpaused. I can update it anytime. And, any contributions until that timer runs out will add time. Whether I'm online or offline. The only thing is, if you tip through Ko-fi, like Shaw found out earlier, I have to be made aware of it. I should see an email, but unless I'm streaming, I won't hear the alert, because I don't usually have OBS open. So, Ko-fi tips, they don't really have API access, or at least not API access that I'm willing to deal with. So, yeah, that's why that's a thing. ARPABot can't poke into that, versus with Stream Elements, it can. So, that's why. And then Twitch chat is Twitch chat. I can easily hook in and listen to that. I miss it too, Callie. I really do, which is why I wanted to get 5M up and going, but I think it's Even if fixture removal were to be added to that one script, I think it's just too late. We have to find an alternative, probably. Which sucks, because I like GTA, but it is what it is. Alright, Geeson, thanks for hanging out. Thanks again for the tip and whatnot. Very much appreciated, sir. You have a good one. So, yeah, stream tomorrow, stream Saturday, also stream Friday, but the timer won't be running because, well, just to explain why I don't run it during multiplayer streams. If I run it during a multiplayer stream, like FNR, and the timer ends, what do? Do I just stop the stream because, oh, the timer ended, oh well? No. Especially if I'm mid-race, that's not going to happen. So I'd rather just put the timer on pause for those streams straight up, and that's that. Hey, Shaw. For all the reasons to miss FNR, that's a good one. Kofi always posts if there's a tip. Could the bot watch for the post and react after? Yes, Ares. Actually, it could. That's a very good point. Let's see. If I go up here. Also, funny that the Kofi stream bot, actually posted immediately after that. I don't think that was a coincidence. I think that was just posting on its schedule. Or maybe not. Maybe it did. Yeah, I could have the bot listen for Kofi stream bot. That's not a bad way to do it. That's not a bad way at all. It's not a great way, because if the chat bot isn't in chat, then, you know, but not a bad option. Yeah, I hope it, I mean, yeah. Hopefully it's good for you, Shaw. Have fun with that. Especially because we're getting to the end of the season, so you're gonna not have too many more opportunities for that until the new year. But, you know, that's just how it goes. Yeah, have fun with that, though. I miss going to the track. Oh, well. Anyway, it's been a long day. It's now just after 11. I want to wrap up the stream because I'm tired. I'm an old man at this point, being in my 30s, barely. Clearly an old man. My back says that I'm getting there. And I want to relax. Also, I want to see how long it takes to upload this VOD. 30-some gigs? Shouldn't take too long. At least assuming I actually get decent upload. I don't know. What will YouTube do? Find out. Anyway, yeah, next stream tomorrow night, as I already said. And we're set until Saturday. So, yeah. Watch the ads on the way out, or don't. Do as you wish in that regard. Anyway, that's going to do it for me tonight. Thank you everyone for watching and your contributions to keep the tipathon going. And hopefully, I'll see you next time. Later. I actually managed to roll that in there pretty nicely with everything else, didn't I? Usually when I try and add on to that outro, it doesn't go well. Anyway, bye.